there's been quite a disagreement in the Republican Party and also in the Democratic Party. In the respective parties, they're bickering over how to move forward with impeachment. What exactly do we do? What exactly are the parameters of the trial in the Senate? And what's interesting is Mitch McConnell has settled on the idea that he wants a quick trial. Nancy Pelosi has settled on the idea that she wants a long trial. That's funny because I think they both messed up in their calculation as to what would be best for their parties. I think a longer thing is better for Republicans. I think a shorter one is better for Democrats. So I think they're both wrong in how they interpreted what's best for them. Now, President Trump, even though he didn't want to be impeached, that just so everybody knows, he's not some sort of grand chess master. Okay, he's not seeing all the pieces on the board and he's like, well, this would be good for me. No. But he didn't want to be impeached, but now that he is trying very hard to flip it and use it for his advantage. So look at the reporting here in The Hill. This lays it out a little bit. Trump has long cast himself as a Washington outsider, unwelcome by establishment politicians, and allies say he is likely to use the partisan impeachment votes to entrench that image and energize supporters on the campaign trail. Quote, I think it plays into an overriding message that I know the president and his team have been pushing for a while now, one former White House official said. While the House vote on Wednesday made Trump just the third U.S. president to be impeached, he will be the first to seek re-election with the notorious label attached to his name. The president's campaign has already set out to portray impeachment as a boon to its strategy. It has released limited but favorable polling data showing impeachment is unpopular in certain swing districts, and the campaign boasted eye-popping fundraising totals on the heels of Wednesday's vote. Gary Kobe, the campaign's digital director, tweeted Friday that more than $10 million in donations had rolled in during the previous 48 hours. Guys, keep it real. Those numbers are insane. $10 million in donations in 2 days? That's a lot of fundraising. So this is having the effect that I thought it would have, which is it kind of rallies his base to him. And they become more set and more energized to vote because they feel like, oh, this is verifying the narrative that the deep state and the do-nothing Democrats and the establishment are trying to take down Trump because Trump is such a fighter for the people. That's how they're perceiving this. Now, I will say, there is an out for the Democrats. There is an out. And they're kind of semi-taking it at the moment, but it's going to change. So Nancy Pelosi right now is sitting on these articles of impeachment. It passes the House. She's sitting on it. She hasn't sent it to the Senate yet. And the contention is, well, we need better rules for the trial because the rules as they're constructed right now would make it an unfair trial. So we need better rules for the trial. So come on, Mitch, get your stuff together and then I'll send it. You guys have heard me explain this before, but I have to explain it again. I think she should permanently sit on the articles of impeachment and never send it to the Senate. And as you never send it to the Senate, the entire time, point the finger at McConnell and say, it's not me holding it up, it's him. He's the reason why it's not in the Senate yet. Don't talk to me about it, talk to him about it. He rigged the process, the rules are terrible, I'm trying to send it, but what can I do? It's not on me, it's on McConnell. What do you want me to tell you? Now, why? Why do I say that? Because a new poll just came out. Post-impeachment, impeachment support went up 4 points. So, it was 48%. Now it's all the way up to 52%. That's as good as it's going to get for the Democrats. Best case scenario, let's say best case scenario, you go out there, you blame McConnell, and you just keep repeating, president's impeached, the president's impeached, the president's impeached, the president's impeached. Then maybe you could get all the way, if you're lucky, to 55% support for impeachment. But the second those articles actually get to the Senate and we have the trial and the trial ends, his approval rating is going up 5 to 10 percentage points. Easy. I'd bet a lot of money on that right now. In fact, if you're in Vegas and you're allowed to put a bet on stuff like this, place a bet on that because you're going to make money. You are absolutely going to make money in that scenario. The second he's acquitted in the Senate, he will do a national bragging tour, puff his chest out and say, I told you the deep state couldn't take down Trump. The do-nothing Democrats couldn't take down Trump. They had their Mueller witch hunt. It failed. Now they have their Russiagate failed. Ukrainegate failed. I did nothing wrong. I had a perfect conversation. Joe Biden is corrupt. Hunter Biden is corrupt. We're going to investigate the Bidens, folks. That's what we're going to do. So, given that we know that he's going to get acquitted, it's a 100% guarantee. You couldn't get any Republicans in the House, and you think you're going to get over 20 in the Senate? Please, not going to happen. Not even close. So since you know he's going to get acquitted, why would you be in a rush to acquit him? And he's out there all over the place on Twitter like, send the articles to the House, send it please. Please send it ASAP to the House. Because he wants his name cleared. He wants to be acquitted. And I don't think he realizes this, but also his poll numbers will go up at the time. But he just wants to get it cleared. He doesn't like the stain on his name of impeachment. So you already impeached him. Take it and run. That's it. Over. Now, every time you give an interview, yeah, the president's been impeached. He's been impeached. Oh, it's Mitch McConnell's blocking it from going to the Senate. Ask him. Well, these Republicans are really unreasonable and they're really obstructionists. They won't even have the trial. It's on them. It's on McConnell. I don't know why he's blocking it, but the president's been impeached. Did I mention the president's been impeached? That's what you do. And that's the best case scenario for Dems. Because if you never give him the political benefit of acquittal, then his poll numbers never go back up like that. Take your 52% and run for the hills, man. It's over. It's donezo. You ain't getting any better than this. This is the peak situation. I think they messed up in the first place by even doing impeachment. But now that they did it, okay, well, take the impeachment and run. Don't even send it to the Senate where you know he's going to get acquitted. And people will scream at her, oh my God, it was a deeply political move. Yeah, of course. Everything McConnell does is political too. But take it and run. That's it. It's over. It's over. Because I think that Trump knows he didn't want to be impeached, but now that he's been impeached, yes, he's going to flip it for his advantage. Absolutely, he's going to do that. So just don't give him the benefit of the acquittal. That's it. But having said all that, they're going to. They're going to. After Christmas, she's going to send the articles to the Senate. They're going to have the trial, whether it's a long one or a short one. I don't know. That'll be worked out. He's going to be acquitted. Then his numbers are going to go up, and then the Democrats are going to, complete the total, destruction of their blind leading the blind non-plan here. So they're not going to do it. Right now, she's accidentally doing it, temporarily doing the right thing, but she will send him eventually, and Trump will be acquitted, and his numbers will go up. But he's going to flip it, and you're going to help him flip the argument by acquitting him, by sending the articles. So anyway, that's the situation we're in right now. If the Republicans were really smart about this, which again, McConnell showing he doesn't get a part of this. Trump might get it, but McConnell doesn't get it. If the Republicans were really intelligent about this, they would literally give Nancy Pelosi exactly what she's asking for, which is witnesses called in the trial in the Senate. Because I'm very confident that if you call the witnesses, because we've already seen what happens when they call witnesses, guys, because they called witnesses in the impeachment inquiry. And the Democrats barely moved the needle at all when it came to support for impeachment. If anything, in some polls it went the other way. It went down. Their support went down. Dropped 6 points from when the impeachment inquiry started till when we just had the vote. So, okay, call whatever witnesses you want. These guys are goofy. They're not saying anything convincing. Their whole strategy, how dare you, sir? How dare you, sir? That's their whole strategy. We've seen them. And then, Ukraine. Oh, we need to stand up to Russia by giving the money to Ukraine. How dare Trump not give the money to Ukraine? Oh, he acted in a very wrong way. I can't believe he did that. We had this already. The impeachment inquiry, the witnesses, they didn't land. None of them landed. It was embarrassing. So if McConnell was smart, he'd say, yeah, you know what? Fine. Let's call all your witnesses. That's fine. And the Republicans could flip it in the trial in the Senate. Make everything about Joe Biden. Make everything about Hunter Biden. And then throughout the process of the impeachment trial, the Republicans can make it seem like Joe Biden's on trial and Hunter Biden's on trial, and it's not even Donald Trump who's been impeached. So if the Republicans were really on point here, they'd be like, sure, call all the witnesses you want. We'll call some people too to talk about how corrupt Hunter Biden and Joe Biden are and the deep state and whatnot. And then We'll drive our numbers up that way, and then Trump will drive his numbers up and do his bragging tour when he's acquitted. So, but who knows? Who knows if it'll end up being a short trial in the Senate or a long trial in the Senate. But either way, eventually Nancy Pelosi will send these articles of impeachment, and Trump will be acquitted, and it'll be a very happy day for him, and not a very good day for the country. So there's your way too detailed breakdown of what's about to happen.